There is just nothing quite like a basket of fresh, homemade dinner rolls hitting the table. It's that universal sign, right? It says, this meal is about to be something really, really special. Mmm. Just thinking about it, you can almost feel that perfect pull-apart texture, see the little bit of steam that escapes, and oh, the way it just melts in your mouth. That's it. That's the gold standard we are all chasing. But for so many of us, the idea of baking with yeast, well, it can feel a little intimidating, can't it? It just seems so complex, like there's a million ways it could go wrong. But what if the secret to incredible homemade rolls isn't nearly as complicated as we think? Well, that's exactly what we're going to find out. We have sifted through the most popular, the highest rated recipes out there to boil it all down to the core ideas that guarantee success pretty much every single time. So let's get started. Okay, first things first. It all starts with the dough. The ingredients you choose right here at the beginning, they're going to define the entire character of your roll, from its texture all the way to its flavor. So the key term you're going to see over and over again is rich dough. See, unlike those crusty artisan breads, soft dinner rolls get their amazing texture from fat. The milk, the butter, the eggs, they're not just there for flavor. They are absolutely essential for creating that pillowy softness we all love. But that's not to say every single roll needs to be super rich. A rosemary pull-apart recipe, for example, it actually uses what's called a lean dough. And the whole idea there is to create a lighter roll that can balance out really heavy, rich foods. So it's all about finding the right partner for your meal.
Okay, now here is a secret weapon for you. This one coming from King Arthur Baking. Mashed potatoes. No, seriously, it's an incredible tip. The starch from the potato not only creates this unbelievably soft texture, but it also helps the rolls stay fresh for way longer than you'd expect. It's a total game changer.
So what about the type of fat? Well, most recipes, they're going to go with butter for that amazing, rich flavor. Can't beat it. But then you've got a quick yeast rolls recipe that uses shortening instead. And because shortening holds its shape better during baking, you get this exceptionally light and fluffy roll. It's kind of that classic trade-off. Do you want rich flavor or do you want an airy texture? All right, let's talk about the part that makes everybody a little nervous. The yeast. Getting that dough to rise properly, that's where the real magic happens. And trust me, it is way simpler than you think. If you remember just one number from this entire explainer, make it this one. 110 degrees Fahrenheit. That's about 43 Celsius. This is the absolute sweet spot for your warm liquid, whether it's milk or water, to wake that yeast up without hurting it. And I just love this advice from the busy baker because it's so intuitive. You don't even need a thermometer. If the milk feels like a comfy bath for a baby, it's perfect for your yeast. You go any hotter and you're going to risk killing it before it even has a chance to do its job. Now, here is a super common mistake that almost everyone makes at first. You see a sticky dough and your first instinct is to just dump in more flour. But you have to resist. As the busy baker points out, a tacky dough is exactly what you want. It should pull away from the sides of the bowl, sure, but still be a little sticky to the touch. Adding too much flour is the fastest way to get dense, dry rolls. And as you can see here, a lot of this process is totally hands-off. A so-called quick recipe might be done in, say, an hour and a half, while a more traditional one can take over 4 hours. The biggest difference between them is simply the time you let that yeast work its magic, and usually, more time means more flavor and a softer texture. Okay, so the dough has risen, it looks beautiful and puffy. Now comes the fun part, turning that amazing dough into perfectly shaped golden brown rolls. So the key technique here, shared by both Bellyful and the busy baker, is to stretch the dough while you tuck and pinch the ends underneath. What this does is it creates a smooth, taut surface on top, and that's what prevents cracking and gives you that perfect round shape when it bakes. Now, here's a little pro tip for anyone out there who wants truly perfect-looking rolls. It might seem a little extra, I know, but weighing your dough portions is the single best way to make sure every single roll bakes evenly and you get that beautiful, uniform look in the pan. So how do you get that perfect finish on top? Well, you basically got two main options. An egg wash will give you a deep, golden brown color and a really nice shine. But brushing with melted butter, that gives you a softer crust with a rich, buttery flavor. The choice is totally yours. There's no wrong answer here. So after looking at all these incredible recipes, what is the one single secret to the perfect dinner roll? Well, the truth is, there isn't just one. Instead, what we found are a few universal principles. First, use a rich dough with fat for softness. Second, nail your liquid temperature, right around 110 degrees Fahrenheit. Third, don't be afraid of a sticky dough. It's your friend, I promise. And finally, create a nice, taut surface when you're shaping for that perfect finish. If you can master these 4 things, you can master pretty much any roll recipe out there.
So there you have it. You are armed with the collective wisdom of some of the best bakers out there. The only thing left to do is get in the kitchen. So whether you start with a quick and simple recipe or a classic slow rise, you've totally got this. Happy baking.